Welcome in to Sal Magley Stadium, the Niagara Falls Americans getting ready to take on Power City. And this is not just any game, this is a special game. The interns, including myself, will be suiting up for action. Americans are already locked up a playoff berth, but can they win with their interns on the field? It's the Americans, it's the Athletics, it's PGCBL Baseball right here on the Americans Baseball Network.
That the ace of the Giant pitching staff that season was Niagara Falls native Sal Magley. A league low 2.71 earned run.
Niagara Falls because it falls.
Tickets 716-215-6161.
And where do you play?
We play right at Sal Magley, gorgeous stadium.
Set the 1-0 to Boyle. Is hammered to right field.
Go, baby, go, baby. Go,
Come
baby,
here,
go,
fence.
Baby.
That ball is way out of here.
Welcome back to Sal Magley Stadium. It's Power City, it's Niagara Falls, and I'm Andrew Roberts, and I've been your play-by-play broadcaster for the entire season, but tonight we've got something special. Our new play-by-play broadcaster for tonight's game. I'll be back tomorrow, don't worry about it, but Graydon Miller coming on the call will be play-by-play. We'll have Carmen Panaro joining us later as well for color commentary, but Graydon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm thankful for this opportunity that you've given me to join the broadcast tonight, and I'm going to make the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, playing first base most of the season, I've had the chance to call plenty of your plays. How are you feeling about calling my plays as well as the rest of the interns?
Well, I am a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. I've never really been in this position before, but I'm going to do my best, and I think I can do pretty well, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, when we are back, Graydon, you will be on the call. We're going to send it to commercial. Graydon and Carmen taking it over when we come back, and I'll be down there on the field. Keep an eye out in right.
Fans, if you've been to a game, you know that I give away pizza to a lucky fan in the middle of the third inning. But what you might not know is that Sammy's is located right across the street. They've also been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and originated the half tray of pizza. But if you're hungry at the game, you can stop by the concession stand and get a slice of Sammy's for yourself.
No, I'm kind of thirsty. Me too. We could really use something. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Yankee Doodle Dan. That's better. No, I'm kind of thirsty. Me too. We could really use something. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Yankee Doodle Dan. That's better.
Hello, fans, and welcome back to Americans Baseball. Today we have a special broadcast for you. We have an intern game today with the help of Connor Kiefer, our center fielder, of course. And also today joining me is teammate Carmen Pinaro.
How we doing, everyone? Fired up to be here. Great game today. Should be an exciting one. I'd like to shout out Andrew Roberts out in right field. We kind of hit a little swap. Usually, obviously, I'm out there, but today he's going to go hold it down out there. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Andrew gave us the opportunity to come up in the booth today, and we're definitely going to make the most of it. And as you can see on the screen here, we have some stats for our tonight's starter. Most of you probably know him as Yankee Doodle Dan. However, tonight, our starter Aiden Miles is going to take on a new challenge, and that's going to be the bump. First pitch set to get underway here. Stepping into the box of the Athletics, we've got number 16, Aiden Klauser. Rather, Peyton Klauser, excuse me. First pitch from Michaels, 6:39, and it's a ball. Temperature here in Niagara Falls is 88 and sunny. We've got a bit of a southwest wind. Pitch 2 on the way, and it's in there for strike 1. Klauser steps into an even count here. And the pitch is in there, strike 2. Aiden Michaels now ahead in the count here. The pitch is low and away. Good block by Nick Pass. Excuse me. And a base knock into the right center field gap. Connor Kiefer cuts it off and limits Peyton Klauser to a double. Stepping to the plate for the Athletics, lefty number 8, Brian Pickering. Sizable lead at second for Klauser. Michaels delivers the pitch, swung on, and sent down the line. It's a fair ball. That one looks like it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Klauser is going to score. Pickering rounds second. He's coming into third. He's stopped. And it looks like it's going to be a triple from Brian Pickering. Pitch 1 to Gabe Chambers is in there for strike 1. Michaels has been doing a good job of getting ahead in counts. Unfortunately, he's let up a few knocks. Pitch to upstairs for ball one. Count evens up at 1-1. Michaels comes set, delivers the pitch, swung on and missed.
Got a little cut action on that fastball there. He's coming through. He's got good spin on it.
Count will be 1-2 to Gabe Chambers here. The righty swings. Sends the ball to third base. Frankie Morris is camped, and she will make the catch.
Great play by Frankie there. Stay right under it, track it all the way. Sometimes the sky here can be a little bit hard, as we know.
Absolutely. Sun's getting to be in a pretty tough location, but
yeah,
she fought that out very nicely and made the grab. And the Americans get their first out. Now to the plate, Jake Overholt. First pitch is in, just a bit outside, ball one. Pitch two on the way, it's swung on and hits into shallow center field. Connor Kiefer is able to track it and make the grab. However, it looks like that's going to score the run from third. It will be a sacrifice fly for Jake Overholt. 2 outs for Aiden Michaels here. And the big righty Aaron Huddleston to the plate with 2 outs for the Power City Athletics. Swings on the first pitch, sends it out to about halfway out in center field. Connor Kiefer ranges back and makes the grab for out number 3. And the top of the first is over with. Power City Athletics take the lead 2-0, and we'll be back after a short break. Fans, we have the current PGCBL West division standings up. Tonight, the Batavia Mug Dogs take on the Auburn Doubledays, and that game's going on right now. We'll give you updates on that as that game goes along. But the Niagara Falls Americans currently sit at third. And leading off the Americans, Teddy Yo.
You know, Teddy here's got some baseball experience. He's playing men's league
Absolutely.
So hopefully he can jump on a fastball here.
First pitch in there for a strike one. Teddy took some good swings in BP earlier today.
Oh!
And sends the bat flying.
There goes the
down
bat.
the third base line. Nearly took out head coach Will Cordero.
Get him some pine tar.
Teddy might need some pine tar. Some batting gloves would probably help. It looks like he just got some. And Teddy quickly behind 0-2. Yo now has his batting gloves on, and he gets the pitch. Upstairs for ball one. Good eye. Good take. Count is now 1-2. Foul ball out of the catcher's glove. Count will stay at 1-2. And Teddy takes strike three. Looks like a curveball, just caught the outside corner of the zone. Tough pitch, but he will be retired by way of the strikeout. And now up to the plate for the Americans is center fielder number 1, Connor Kiefer. Buffalo native takes a deep breath and steps up to the plate. Pitch one on the way. Ball one, a little bit outside. Count is 1-0.
You know, Kiefer is a great ability to know the strike zone, know where the pitch is coming. It's almost like he sees it out of the hand real well. He's got an eye like that.
Very late load. Likes to see the ball deep.
He could fight off a lot of pitches. Been a great hitter.
Absolutely.
For the Niagara Falls Americans.
Count is 1-1. The pitch along the way. And Kiefer sends it out to right field. And it is caught in the shallow right field for out number 2. And that brings up third baseman, number 41, Frankie Morris. Frankie spent this previous year at Niagara University on the softball team. Will be taking her talents south to Duville this fall, as pitch one is outside and away, up and away for ball one. Count is 1-0. A lefty bat takes ball 2, 2-0. Frankie has a slightly open stance. High and tight for ball 3.
I mean, this has got to be a complete change of point of view for her. From the underhand to the overhand, high 80s.
And the 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1.
Seems like she's seeing it well, though.
The 3-1 pitch. It's upstairs, and Frankie draws a walk for the Americans' first base runner of the day.
Great AB right there. Staying on the plate, crowding the plate, making him hit his spot. Sometimes the guy makes a mistake.
Yep.
Sure enough, Frankie's on first base.
Now up to the plate is our starting pitcher, Aiden Michaels. First pitch inside for ball 1. Count is even at 2s on Aiden Michaels. Frankie with a relatively short lead at first base. Pitcher delivers. And Aiden swings through. A little bit unsure on that one for strike 3. And looks like that'll be it for the first inning. The Americans strand 1 runner on. And we'll be back shortly after this break.
Fans, if you've been to a game, you know that I give away pizza to a lucky fan in the middle of the 3rd inning. But what you might not know is that Sammy's is located right across the street. They've also been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and originated the half tray of pizza. But if you're hungry at the game, you can stop by the concession stand and get a slice of Sammy's for yourself.
All right, fans, the second inning is about to be underway, and this inning is brought to you by Bully Hill Vineyards. It's a great place to grab lunch and taste over 40 different wines. Go to bullyhillvineyards.com for more info. And the first pitch from Michaels is check swung and sent down the first base line for the outs.
Great play there. First inning, the one kind of squeaked down the line on him, moved over a little bit, saw it, maybe a few nerves going on, but now he's settled in.
Always great to get the leadoff out. Pitch one from Michaels is swung on and sent back foul. And at the plate, Kymel Brundage, the lefty bat. The 0-2 is swung on and sent foul. Lands near the Niagara Falls Americans dugout. Luckily, no one got struck by that. And the count will remain 0-2. To Brundage.
Good effort by Riley.
Swung on and sent out into center field. Just sneaks through the infield. And Kiefer's there to stop it and get it back in.
It's a good 2-strike approach right there. Try to look for something away, try to hit it back up the middle, stay behind it.
Didn't try to do too much, simplified his swing.
Good piece of hitting.
Runner takes off for second, and the throw is wide right and sent into center field. Luckily, Kiefer was able to get a good jump on that and keep the runner at bay.
It's the type of player Connor Kiefer is. Backing up bases. He's going to play.
Always in the right position.
Always in the
Definitely
right
where he needs
spot.
to be at all times.
He's a good leader, good player.
Count is 1-0. Pitcher. And the runner takes off and steals third. Throw is not in time. And just like that, the Power City Athletics have a runner on third base with 1 out. Count is even at 1-1. The pitch. Swung on. Grounder to Frankie Morris. She gloves it, makes the throw
Nice
to first.
play. The stretch at
And a
first.
great stretch at first base for the second out of the inning. Great play all around, able to keep the runner at third base. And the first pitch to Nate Singer is high for a ball, 1-0. Aiden Michaels comes set, looks at the runner at third, delivers the pitch. Hit out to left field. And Fote able to make the grab for out number 3. It's a great job right there by the Americans to keep the runner at third base.
Yeah, great job. Pitching to contact. That's all you got to do sometimes. You know, put the ball in the middle of the zone,
Definitely.
get ahead in counts.
Let the defense work.
Let the defense work.
And we will be right back. And we're back for the bottom of the second inning. Fans, this season, get yourself the latest Americans merch. This includes hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, baseballs, and much more. So while you're at the barbershop, don't forget to stop by the merchandise tent to grab your merch. And to lead off the Americans in the bottom of the second is Riley Culver, our catcher. First pitch swung on and missed. Count is 0-1.
This
Open stance out of Culver.
This is Riley's first AB as an American, I think.
It is,
Pretty
absolutely.
sure. So let's see what he can do here, his debut.
Takes pitch 2 on the inside corner to even the count at 1-1. Pitch 3. Good breaker, got him fooled. He swung. Count is now 1-2. He steps out, takes a deep breath. And gets back in the box. 1-2. Up high for ball 2. Count is even at 2s. Culver loads, swings, and hits a foul ball into the net above the Power City dugout. Stays alive. And pitch 6 is along the way. Swung on and missed. Riley Culver is retired as a leadoff out for the Americans. And now up to the plate is our very own clubhouse manager, Riley Drew Cross.
I mean, this guy just does it all, doesn't he?
He does.
An absolute
He does everything.
stud.
Takes pitch 1 for a strike. Count is 0-1.
BP today, he was feeling good, he said. He said he looked good, swing looked good, seeing the ball well. Let's see if he can hit one up the middle. He was sitting there in BP a ton. That's where he
Some
lives.
very quality swings.
Good hack.
And pitch 3 is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 to Riley. And Drew Cross takes ball 2 to even the count at 2s. Pitcher delivers. Inside, brushes him off the plate. And the count is full to Riley Drew Cross.
It's 2-0.
Owen Snyder now to the plate for the Americans. Count is 2-0. Pitch 3. Taken for a strike. Count is now 2-1. Takes another pitch for strike 2. Count is 2-2. The pitch along the way to Snyder, taken low for ball 3.
You know, as a pitcher, sometimes when a guy's in the box and he's just on the plate looking to draw a walk, it's tough to get the ball in the zone. But he's good. He's got it down the middle. That's strike 3 there. But as a pitcher, it's tough. You get in your head. You start thinking.
It definitely is difficult. And
it's not a bad approach.
The third out for the Americans. So we'll be back with you soon for the top of the third inning. All right, fans, and we are back in the top of the third inning for some Americans baseball. And this inning is sponsored by Greater Niagara Federal Credit Union, Geico of Buffalo, Sammy's Pizza, McDonald's free McCafe Frappe, only if the Americans scored 3 runs, mind you. And we still have Aiden Michaels on the mound. Had a rocky first inning, allowed a couple base hits, although he was attacking the strike zone. And that's really all you can ask out of your pitcher.
All you can do, yeah. Pound the zone, and usually good things happen.
Definitely.
Hopefully the defense can start to come together. This is the first time they have played together on this field, so you got to think maybe as the game progresses, they start to communicate, understand each other more.
And he came back in the second inning, put up a scoreless inning. And we're about to get the third inning underway. Let's see what he can do here. First pitch swung on, and a chopper to shortstop.
Play.
A great play.
Oh, throws off line.
Throw was a tad bit up the line. It was a very tough play to make, though.
That's a great play right there. You know, sometimes it's tough, you know, get your body in front of it, but he stays on it, head down, throws just a bit offline.
Absolutely. Teddy kept his head on that one. Made a great scoop. Runner had some speed, though. Wasn't able to get him, unfortunately, for the leadoff out. So now there's a runner on first for the Power City Athletics. Runner took off. Might have been a hit and run. Ball was fouled down the right field line just barely. Americans catch a break on this one. And the runner will go back to first for an 0-1 count. Aiden Michaels picks off to first, not in time. Michaels comes set for the 0-1. Runner's jumping around. He takes off for second. Pitch is low and away. And Culver does not have the opportunity to send a throw down to second right there. Count evens up at ones. And Power City now has a runner on second base. Michaels comes set, gives the runner a look. Yo crashes. And jumping, he's going to third. He had a great jump. And he'll be upstanding at third. Count is now 2-1. Power City has a runner on third. No outs. And the pitch. Swung on. Sent as a chopper into right field. That will score the run. And it will be an RBI single. Power City now leads 3-0. And that will bring Gabe Chambers to the plate for the Athletics. Michaels is set, takes his time. Runner breaks for second. Culver throws, and the tag is not in time. Drew Cross made a good effort at the bag, but the tag was just a bit late. And now Power City has a runner on second again. Chambers with a 1-0 count. And the pitch, swung on. Set up the middle for a base hit. However, Kiefer is playing in and is able to keep the runner at third.
Another good piece of hitting here by this Power City lineup. You know, they're really, sometimes it's tough to sit on a pitch off speed or whatever, but they're doing a great job on sitting on that pitch and staying up the middle, not getting too pull heavy. So good for them right now.
And that brings Jake Overholt to the plate for the Athletics. Runners at the corners, no outs. Pitch one on the way. Runner breaks for second. Culver does not make the throw. And now we have runners at 2 and 3 with an 0-1 count to Overholt. The 0-1 on the way. Hit. Popped up to second base. Riley Drew crosses under it and makes the grab for out number 1 for the Americans. Runners still remain at 2 and 3. Now up to the plate for the Power City Athletics is Aaron Huddleston. RBI opportunity. Open stance. Pitch is on the way. And it's taken outside for ball 1. Outfielders Kiefer, Roberts, and Vogt playing relatively shallow. And pitch 2 is upstairs. 2-0 is the count.
Trying to get that throw home. You know, trying to just kind of minimize the amount of runs.
Definitely need to cut down that runner,
Yeah,
if all possible.
Give the offense a chance.
And Michaels delivers the 2-0. Hit fouled on the third base line. And the count is 2-1 to Aaron Huddleston. Pitches low, 3-1 to Huddleston. Runners still remain at 2 and 3.
Yeah, that ball right there was dead low. You know what I mean?
It was. Just missed the strike zone. And Huddleston takes a hit by pitch to load the bases. Still 1 out for the Americans. As Michaels gets a new ball. That hit by pitch brings up Joe Peer for the Athletics. Michaels comes set, takes a deep breath, and delivers the pitch just a little bit outside. And he falls behind in the count 1-0. Joe Pierce swings and sends a foul ball down the right field line to even the count. And that draws Andrew Roberts in right field to play closer to the line. He's expecting a ball hit to him by Joe Pierre. He's expecting Joe Pierre to be a little bit late. Hopefully get himself in a good position to maybe gun the runner at home. The 1-1 pitch. Sent into right field to Andrew Roberts. And the ball just sneaks past Roberts. That's going to score at least 3. Pierre is rounding second. He's rounding third, and he's headed home, and it's going to be an inside-the-park home run for Joe Pierre. A hard hit ball out to Andrew Roberts. Made it tough, and the ball just got by him. And that clears the bases for Nate Singer. Still 1 out for the Americans. They're now down 7-0. Pitch 1 is up and in for ball 1. Michaels comes set. High leg lift and a pitch. In there for strike 1.
You know, Dan's really hitting his spots right now. He's Yankee Doodle's dotting up. He's getting ahead in the counts.
Unfortunately, he has given up a few hits, but
yeah, just unfortunate.
He's not walking guys, and he's pitching to contact, and that's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, absolutely.
And pitches in there for strike 2. The count is 1-2 to Nate Singer. Michaels comes set. Pitch was outside. Nate Singer gave an offer and fouled it off into the back net. Count will remain at 1-2. Swings and sends a ball down the right field line, just stays in the yard. And we'll do it over again. Michaels gets the sign, comes set for the 1-2. Brief pause and delivers. A swing up the middle, hard hit baseball for another base hit. Kiefer there to field it and get the ball back in. And Power City will now have a runner on board.
It's just a trend here for Power City Athletics. They're just staying simple, up the middle.
They're on time for that fastball.
On time for it.
And now Ben Szymanski will step up to the plate with 1 out. Relatively small lead at first base. The delivery is down for ball 1.
You know, I don't really know Yankee Doodle Dan's arsenal, but you got to think sometimes you got to start mixing up pitches here, get the hitters off balance.
Definitely.
Sometimes fastball, fastball, fastball. You know, they're going to be on time for that.
Definitely need to maybe mix in some looks here and there to keep the runners at bay because they have stolen quite a few bags today. Two-0 count to Szymanski. Swung on. And the count is now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Michaels. He delivers. And another swing and a miss from Szymanski. Count evens at 2s. Runners jumping around at first base. Michaels delivers and gets a swing and a miss.
The sword
from Szymanski.
celebration. Wow.
And did a slight celebration after that strikeout.
That's a great pitch right there.
For
Low in the
out 2
zone.
of the inning.
Low in the zone. Great pitch. Good spot.
Great chase. Now with 2 outs, Power City's Nate Bova will step to the plate. Pitch 1. Grounder, chopped to right field, to
Great
right side.
play. Oh, a little collision there.
And Michaels able to field it cleanly off the flip. And make the 3rd out of the inning for the Americans.
Pitch into contact. Gets him out of the inning there. That's a couldn't
Definitely
really
pitch
minimize
into contact. Unfortunately, there have been some base hits. But that's honestly better than walks in my opinion. And I think Aiden's made a great showing in his Americans debut on the mound. And everyone tuning in as we're about to get the bottom of the 3rd inning underway. Just a quick reminder, my name is Graydon Miller. I play first base for the Americans, as many of you might know. I don't sound like Andrew because Andrew is playing right field in today's game. And alongside me today is teammate Carmen Pinaro.
How are we doing, everyone on the live stream? usually the right fielder for the Americans, if we're just tuning in. Like Graydon said, yeah, Andrew's out there, and he's locking it down.
Andrew's giving us this opportunity to work the press box today, and we're going to do our best. Speaking of Andrew, he is at the plate right now. Takes first pitch 0-1. Pitch 2 along the way is in there for strike 2. Andrew takes a step closer to the plate, looking to do some damage here on this 0-2. Swung on, and just a little bit late. And Andrew Roberts retired. And this will bring up the left fielder, Avery Vogt. First pitch in there for a ball. Pitcher working relatively quick here. Second pitch is in there for a strike. The count evens at 1-1. Third pitch on the way already. Fouled back into the back net. Count is now 1-2. Vogt falls behind.
This pitcher has done a great job of filling up the strike zone. We're talking about it with Michaels on the mound. You know, sometimes guys are struggling to see the fastball. You just keep putting it by them until they hit it.
Definitely.
Why show any off speed if your fastball's working?
And swung on by Vogt for the second strikeout of the inning. Americans quickly retired Andrew Roberts and Avery Vogt. That brings up the top of the order, Teddy Yo.
And that right there would be the 5th strikeout in a row for the Americans.
Count to Yo is 1-1. Pitcher is working extremely quick on the mound. Pitch 3 along the way is upstairs for ball 2. Great eye by Teddy Yo. Steps out, takes a deep breath, and he is ready to go. And that curveball is a little inside. Count is now 3-1 to Yo. The 3-1 fouled back. We now have a full count to Yo with 2 outs.
What do you think here? Are you sitting
Corners
heater?
are playing pretty shallow.
Heater or curveball here? What do you think?
I would expect a heater.
Oh, the slide piece upstairs.
Was a slider upstairs.
Wow.
Great eye by Teddy Yo to draw a walk and end the strikeout drought. And this will bring up center fielder Connor Kiefer to the plate. Connor Kiefer has been a great asset to our team this summer, has played all sorts of positions. He's now taken a role in center field with the recent injury of Grant Moore. Pitch 1, low and away, gets away from the catcher, and Yo gets the second, rounds hard, and doesn't look like he's going to take 3. He's going to head back to second.
That's a great read right there.
A great dirt ball read, as we would call it. And
DVR.
now Yo is in scoring position for Connor Kiefer.
He took off before the pitch hit the dirt. He saw it right out of the hand. That's a
great read. The 1-0 pitch.
Kiefer.
Swung out by Kiefer to the shortstop. Fields it, makes the throw, and scooped by the first baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. And that will conclude the 3rd inning. We'll be back with you at the top of the 4th after another quick message. And welcome back, fans. The top of the fourth inning is sponsored by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 237, Johnny Ryan Soda, and Coca-Cola. The Americans have a new pitcher on the mound, Shane Prey, who has spent most of the summer as an infielder for the Americans, will be making his pitching debut for the Americans today.
Yeah, Shane, also known as Schmidley. He's been wanting to pitch for a long time for the Americans. And he's got a live arm, I'll tell you that.
He does.
Third base, he can let it rip.
As you can see that first pitch in there for strike one.
I've been told that he was saying he had a 1-7 pop time down to second base. So, live arm from Shane Prey.
Definitely putting a little velo behind it. However, the second pitch was upstairs for ball one. Pitch 3 swung on and sent foul. Count will be 1-2. Pitch is upstairs. Count evens at 2s. The 2-2 count. Prey delivers. And a foul ball down the right field line and leaves the yard. Prey gets a new ball. Comes set. And the 2-2 swung on and missed. For the leadoff out for Prey.
It's a great pitch right there.
Shane making quick work of Power City's leadoff batter here. Gets a quick out for the Americans. This will bring up the 2-hole for the Athletics. Brian Pickren.
Let's see what Shane can do here against a lefty. You know, we
Tall
saw him against the
lefty
righty
batter.
right there, but now, you know, you got to mix in maybe a changeup or kind of dig deep in the arsenal, as that pitch almost ran in on Pickren.
That pitch way inside. Pickren spins out of the way for ball one. Pitch 2. Painted on the outside corner to even the count. And Shane lets that one go a little bit. Ball got away from him a little bit upstairs. Count is now 2-1 to Pickren. Prey comes set, delivers the pitch, and upstairs again for ball 3. Shane Prey has elected to not pitch from the windup. Looks like he is going to pitch full time in the stretch here. And the pitch, close but still up for ball 4 to Pickren.
Good job by Pickren there to, you know, those pitches were close. He kind of laid off of them and did a good job. Knows his zone.
Pickren showed some great discipline there and drew the walk. Now Gabe Chambers will step to the plate for the Power City Athletics. The fresh count. Prey delivers, just misses up for ball 1. Shane Prey gets his sign, delivers the pitch. Hit to the shortstop. Oh, and just thrown off the line a tad bit. Riley Drew Cross is unable to make the play. And the runner, Pickering, will advance to third. We now have runners on the corners.
Yeah, fielded it cleanly there, but
Teddy made a great play there.
great
Just
play.
threw the ball a little bit offline to Riley Drew Cross. And will be charged for the error.
It's a good backup, though, by Andrew Roberts out there.
Yes, Andrew was there very quickly. And now we have Jake Overhold at the plate. Prey comes set for the 0-1. Delivers. A little bit low and away. Count is now 1-1. Sent in the shallow right field. The ball gets down, and that will score a run. Riley Drew Cross was ranging back and was unable to get there in time. Kiefer was able to get in there quickly and retrieve the ball and get it back into the infield. So only one run will score for Power City. Still one out. We got runners at first and second base. Shane Prey struggling to keep the ball down. He's lost a lot up and away today. And now the count evens at 1-1 off the foul tip.
Yeah, when Shane stays low in the zone, he's got a little extra life on that fastball. Got some more spin. When he really gets down the rubber.
Yes,
down
he does.
Mom.
If he can find that release point and get comfortable with it. That ball is torched into right field. And
Great
Andrew
catch.
Roberts with the grab. Excuse me, folks. That is Roland Snyder now at right field.
Yeah, that's a great catch there. You know, balls like that from a right-handed hitter are kind of talon down the line. And as a right fielder, you got to get behind it. And he did a great job to
In fact, he did.
put his glove out and kind of stay behind the ball.
Now, Shane Prey working with 2 outs. Runners at 1 and 2. With an 0-1 count here. Pitches in there for strike 2. And the batter falls behind in the count. 0-2 here. Pitches inside. The count is now 1-2. Prey comes set. And the pitch. A little bit upstairs. Count evens at 2s. Two and 2 count. The pitch. Upstairs yet again. And the count will be full. 3-2 with 2 outs. You would expect the runners to run here.
Got him.
Long and missed for the 3rd out of the inning. Shane Prey has a nice inning of work here for the Americans. And limits the Power City Athletics to 1 run here in the top of the 4th. And we'll be back in the bottom of the 4th shortly. And the bottom of the fourth inning will begin here shortly. But first things first, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. This season, you can connect with the Americans like never before. You can get exclusive content on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is now X. And looks like Frankie Morris will be leading off the bottom of the fourth inning here for the Americans. First pitch just clips the outside corner for strike one. Frankie didn't offer. Pitch two.
Let's see what Frankie can do here.
Bounces at
She's
home
got
plate.
that lefty swing. Only lefty in the lineup.
Only lefty in today's lineup. The 1-1 pitch. Sent foul into the stands. Frankie just a tad bit behind on that one. And now the count is 1-2 to Morris. Good take for Morris. Pitches a little bit outside. Count is now 2-2. And a swing and a miss from Frankie for the first out of the inning. This will bring Aiden Michaels to the plate for the Americans. Or as many of us know him, Yankee Doodle Dan. Fresh count to Michaels. Pitch one in there for a strike. Michaels patient up there. Takes strike two. The count is now 0-2. Michaels quickly behind. He's waiting for just the right pitch.
Up the middle.
And Michaels sends it ball up the middle. And it's going to be a base hit for Michaels. Shortstop was unable to get there in time to make the play. And Michaels will have the first Americans hit of the day and his career as an American.
Yeah, first career hit. That's got to feel pretty good right there.
Definitely.
Staying up the middle, off-speed pitch, inside.
Stayed on that curveball.
Right on the curveball. That's just a good piece of hitting. Let's see what the Americans can do with that now.
Now Riley Culver will step up to the plate. First pitch swinging. And that ball is sent back foul. 0-1. It has come to my attention, Pucker6 has asked in the live chat what my go-to order is at Sammy's. I would have to say, so when my mom was up here visiting a few weeks back, we got a pizza, the beef on weck pizza, and we got a Big Mac pizza, and we kind of shared the two. Honestly, I liked both of them. I could probably go half and half on those, and I think that would probably be my go-to order. A half and half beef on weck and Big Mac, definitely. Anyways, back to the action. 1-2 counts as Riley Culver hits a foul ball into the back net. And we will do it over again.
Could go for a Big Mac pizza right now. You ever have a Big Mac taco?
I haven't.
That's the way to go right there.
I've had my fair share of Big Macs from McDonald's as Riley Culver swings and ground ball to third base. They will get the out at second. However, they're not in time for the double play. Riley Culver will stay at first, and Aiden Michaels will go back to the dugout. There are now 2 outs with a runner on first. And our clubhouse manager, the best around, Riley Drew Cross, will step to the plate. Looking to do some damage here. Pitch one in there for a strike. And pitch two swung on and missed by Riley Drew Cross. Quickly behind 0-2 with 2 outs. And the delivery outside gets away from the catcher. And Riley Culver will make his way to second base. Up easily. Count is now 1-2 to Riley Drew Cross. Decent lead for Culver at second. And Drew Cross swing and a miss. And that will end the inning for the Niagara Falls Americans. Score will remain 8-0 Power City Athletics. The Americans have gotten plenty of base runners today. They just have struggled to get them in. But there is still plenty of game left, and we'll be back with you shortly. Fans, just a quick update. The Auburn Doubledays are at Batavia right now. Their game is currently in the bottom of the 4th inning. Batavia is up 2-1. The Niagara Ironbacks are visiting Geneva, and that game is tied, top of the 5th, 2-2. Elmira is at the Newark, playing the Pilots tonight. They are in the top of the 5th as well, tied 2-2. And that looks like that's all of the PGCBL West right now. And we will keep you updated. Looks like Shane Prey is back on the mound for the top of the 5th. Had a pretty solid inning in the 4th. Couple strikeouts. Pretty effective on the mound here for the Americans. What do you think, Karn? Do you think Shane closes this out, or
I think Shane goes. What is it? A 6-7 inning game? 7?
6-7? I think maybe 7. I bet he goes the distance. Don't you?
Yeah, I think he goes the distance for sure.
Yeah, surely.
I mean, he's got that catcher arm, and the ball just went into center field.
Leading off the 5th inning for the Power City Athletics will be Mason Miller. Batting from the left side. Prey delivers and plunks him on the first pitch. Looks like it got him in the shoulder. Miller looks slightly annoyed.
That's got to hurt
I'm sure
there.
That one didn't feel very good.
Low 90s from Prey.
First base.
You know, Prey throwing low 90s in the zone. You know, that's got to hurt up in the shoulder.
Definitely. Prey showcases that low 90s fastball. And the first pitch to Zemansky, he swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Miller with a short lead at first. Second pitch driven into center field. Kiefer ranging back. It's going to get over his head. 2 hops the wall. Mason Miller is rounding third. Cutoff man. He goes to third, and the throw is offline. That will score a run on the triple. Score is now 9-0 Power City Athletics. This will bring Nate Bova to the plate for Power City.
You know, I'm sure the wind's a factor out there
Yep.
for both sides. You know, that ball just got up in the wind tunnel, kept going.
As I mentioned earlier, that southwestern wind blowing straight out of center field here at the barber shop. And that ball just gets by Kiefer. Bova has a 1-1 count. No outs and a runner on third here. Chance at an RBI. Shane Prey looks at the runner at third. Leg kicks, delivers. And Bova sends a ball into right field. And it is caught by Roland. But it will score. Run. Bova will get credited for the RBI and sacrifice fly. Score is now 10-0. Power City with the advantage. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Peyton Klauser. Pitch one is outside for ball one. Klauser steps back into the box. Hands held high. Ball two taken. Klauser in a hitter-friendly count here, 2-0. If you're him, you're probably thinking he's going to get a fastball. Prey delivers. Close. Just a bit outside for ball three. And Klauser in a 3-0 count. He swings and sends it up the middle. Teddy Yo is unable to range make the play. And it will be a single for Peyton Klauser.
I don't know what the Power City's doing in the cage, but they're probably right off the tee, sitting up the middle every single time. Peyton Klauser with a great swing.
Seems as if they haven't missed a single fastball all day.
All day. Right up the middle every single time. It's just compact, solid hitting from Power City Athletics.
And that'll bring up Brian Pickren with one out. 1-0 count here. Runner at first. Small lead. And fouled back into the net. And the count evens at ones. Power City with 11 hits on the board already. The pitch, high and away for ball two. The 2-1 pitch from Prey. Just missed. Top of the zone for a 3-1 count here to Brian Pickren.
You know, it's tough to start to trust your stuff after guy gets a hold of your fastball like that. So Shane's got to just settle in and start to put that fastball in the zone again. Try to let his infield make the plays, outfield make the plays.
Evens the count to 3-2. Full count here to Brian Pickren. Prey delivers. Upstairs yet again, and that will be ball four to Brian Pickren. The Athletics now have runners on first and second base with only one out here as Gabe Chambers is stepping to the plate. Jake Overholt at the plate for the Athletics. The 1-0 pitch from Prey. Upstairs for ball two. Two 2-0 count. Takes a hack. And the counter will now be 2-1. Overholt sends that deep in the left field. Takes a couple bounces, hits the wall. Power City is going to score 1, and runners will now be at second and third base with 1 out.
Yeah, that ball just burned.
Took a hack on the
left
previous
fielder
pitch
there.
and missed it. And he didn't miss it that last pitch.
Telling you,
Sent
that wind seems to be getting to these outfielders. You gotta think a veteran, Connor Kiefer out there.
It can be tricky.
Can be tricky, yeah.
Especially if you
Start
haven't
talking to your guys.
Spent
Start
a lot
talking
of
to your
time
corners.
out there.
Yeah.
Pitch in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1. Runners still on second and third. 1 out here for the Power City Athletics. And a foul ball into the right field stands. Pray ahead here in the count. 1-2. And the pitch fouled down the right field line, and we'll do it again. Prey comes set on the mound here, and the 1-2 pitch taken low for ball 2. Count is even at 2-2 here. Prey gets his sign, delivers the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. And we now have a full count here. Shane Prey had him 1-2 just a few moments ago. Now the count is full. And the pitch skied to first base. Aiden Michaels is camped under it and makes the catch for out number 2 of the inning.
Yankee Doodle Dan, Yankee Doodle can. He does it all.
Very well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. Aaron Huddleston swings on the first pitch, and it's a gapper into left center. Kiefer runs back to the wall. Huddleston's rounding second, coming into third, and he'll be upstanding for a 2 RBI triple. Score is now 13-0 in favor of the Power City Athletics on 13 hits.
Yeah, they're just seeing Prey's fastball right now. They're letting it get deep. He's got to start mixing.
Getting into hitters counts here.
Yeah.
Prey's been struggling to find the zone a little bit this inning, missing up quite a bit. However, when he does put it in the zone, it's getting hit. Joe Peer, the 1-0, takes a hack. Count evens at 1-1. Shane Prey comes set for the 1-1, delivers the pitch, and it is fouled back into the stands. And Shane Prey ahead again. Count is 1-2 to Prey. And
Oh,
throws an
Eephus pitch.
Trying to
What
fool
was
the
that?
batter here.
He's just having fun up there. Look at him. He's
Was
trying to
low
put
and
the ball in the
away.
zone.
The count is now even at 2s. Shane Prey still ahead here. Leg kick. Another Eephus. Just a bit outside. And now we have a full count. 2 outs on the board here in the top of the 5th inning for Prey. Pitch on the way. And he got him. Paints the outside corner for strike 3.
Wow, that was a Imagine being a hitter right there. 2 eephus pitches coming in, and then 94 low in the zone.
90.
Ya.
That might have been 96.
What was on the gun?
I don't know. That was.
Wait, we're getting on the gun here.
That was fuel.
95-3
95 for
from
Shane
Shane Prey. That's
fuel.
absolute fuel.
All right, folks. We'll be back here in the bottom of the 5th inning with another message for you. Fans, do you or anyone you know have a birthday coming up? Why not spend it with the Americans? Packages include 10 tickets, 2 large Sammy's pizzas, 10 drinks, customized Wegmans cake, autographed Americans baseball, and a special recognition at the game. Starting at just $175, sign up online at www.niagarafallsamericans.com and celebrate your birthday with the best. And the bottom of the 5th inning. About to get underway here. It looks like we have Roland Schneider stepping to the plate for the Americans. A John Cena walk-up song. He even did the John Cena emote as he was walking into the box.
Is there even a hitter in the box?
Because
I can't see him.
Batter's box is empty. I don't see anything.
It's absolutely empty.
There is no balls and a strike here. Pitch 2 is low. Taken for a ball. Count is 1-1 here to Roland Schneider.
We have not really a guest in the box, but I guess the regular Andrew Roberts. He's going to pop on here, I think, and say hi after a fantastic right field appearance.
And Schneider swings and miss. Count is now 1-2.
How's everyone doing?
And joining us is Mr. Andrew Roberts himself.
Glad to be back on the broadcast, Graydon. But strike 3 right there. And the Americans have 2 more outs to recover here.
See if they can get something going here. We have pinch hitter Liam Schott up to the plate for the Americans. Count is 0-0. First pitch swung on by Liam Schott and sent into center field for a base hit.
There we go. Liam Schott, his first hit of the season.
Gets the Americans going here. The 1-out rally in the bottom of the 5th inning.
I'm liking these substitutions by Will Cordero. Yes, it was at the cost of my own second at bat, but bottom line, these Americans obviously going to do better than me out there.
Hey, man, I had a blast watching that. Walk me through that at bat. What were you thinking? What was going through your head there?
I mean, first pitch, I was just thinking I was going to take it, see how fast he was going.
Definitely, yeah.
And then after that, I honestly just had a bad read on the second pitch. And by the time I was down 0-2,
yeah,
I'm swinging no matter what. Because
it is tough.
At that
0-2.
point, I know he's throwing a strike. I know he's attacking.
Definitely. He was.
I mean, seeing how the first 7 hitters went, he's just got to imagine, like, what's the 8 hitter going to be like here? And at that point,
quick. He was attacking.
I knew I was getting a strike. It just was a little fast for me. There, it's 2-1. Glad to hear you guys have been doing a great job up in the booth.
2-1 count swung on and fielded by the second baseman. Attempted back pick on Liam Schott. He gets back into third safely.
Liam
So,
Schott with a
productive
chance
out.
to score here.
We have Liam Schott here at third base.
Yeah, the Americans need 4 runs. And it's possible they'll get it with the first one on third. Teddy Yo played high school baseball, was set to play at Ithaca as well, playing summer ball over at the Scarborough Stingers. Real ball player out there.
Great leadoff here for the Americans. Top of the order.
Takes a low strike one right there.
Yo's played a good shortstop today for the Americans.
He was in the same prep baseball program as Brock Granger over on the Ironbacks. A few years ahead of him, but cool to see that lineage between interns here with the Americans and players on the Ironbacks.
Yep. Definitely. Count is 0-2 to Yo.
Down to his final strike.
And the
See what he
pitch.
can do here.
A curveball swung on and missed. And that will retire Yo.
And if Mercy Rule is intact here, that's going to do it for the game. And we will head to break and be back as soon as we know whether this game is going to continue.
We'll be back with you shortly.
That is going to do it here on the Americans Baseball Network. Final score, Power City 13, Americans 0. Graydon, thank you for leading the way here, and we'll have Carmen on to say one more farewell as well.
Yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Andrew Roberts, my MVP, absolute stud, up in the broadcast booth and on the field and in our hearts as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wanted to send a very special thanks to Andrew Roberts for giving me this opportunity to broadcast today.
It's been a pleasure, Graydon.
Absolutely.
And the Americans will be back at it tomorrow. Their next game is in Elmira. First pitch at 6:30 p.m. Graydon, I'd imagine you'll be back at first in that one.
I would assume so, yeah.
That's going to be a fun game. Americans have clinched the playoffs, but are looking to lock up the highest seed possible. There's still a chance for any of the 4 seeds in that playoff picture. To all our viewers, thank you for tuning in tonight, and please excuse my error out in right field. But I'll be back on the broadcast tomorrow. Graydon Miller back out at first base. We thank you so much for tuning in. Final score, Power